In this video, we will see 5 signs that your product page are costing you a lot of sales. So if you're running an e-commerce, you should watch because there is a chance that they might be in your product pages and they are driving your visitors, your customers away from the add to cart button. So stay with me till the end because I also tell how to fix these problems and this will help you to solve also your sales problems. I'm Antonio Furioso, founder of Eyedex, and I help business and increase their customer experience and sales with 3D experiences like Augmented Reality and 3D configurators. But now let's go to the truth of this video. Like, let's face it, your product page have an issue, and so like they are the heart of your e-commerce store. Like, they are not just statical pages where you show your product and you are like seeing the inventory of your product. Like, they are the core of customer decision making. So when potential customers land on your product page, they are deciding if they're going to buy your product or not in a small fraction of second. So especially they are deciding if they're going to trust you or not. So if your product pages are not optimized, you are mostly doing bad than good. So here are the 5 signs that are costing you sales. Let's see them. Sign number 1. Your bounce rate is super fucking crazy high. Like your customer enter in your product page or in your landing page and they're not just doing anything or like they leave after 2 seconds or even 1. Like I don't know if you're tracking, but like this is very important. Like this can happen. For example, if you're maybe selling premium sneakers and maybe your product page have low resolution, there is no review, like the title is not clear and the description is not good, like people already leave your website, your store. Second problem is low engagement. So people when enter in your product page or in your landing page, they are not doing any interaction. So basically they are not seeing the gallery of the images, they are maybe just one or two, they are not zooming in the images, and I hope you have the zoom in your gallery, and they are maybe neither reading your description. Well, this low engagement is costing you sales because studies show that more customers spend time with you, with your brand, they are more likely to trust you and then to buy from you. Instead, the third problem is that you have too many abandoned carts. Like, I hope like you are tracking this, but if you're not tracking, well, start to track. And if you notice that there are too many carts abandoned, it's because well, your product pages might be like the problem of this. Like you're leaving your customers a lot of doubts about your product. Instead, for the fourth sign, we can look at feedback or unclear information. So, for example, your customer service team is always answering the same questions. Well, that's a bad sign because in that case, you see that your customers are having doubts and you're not doing anything to solve that problems. You're not doing anything to anticipate these questions. But before to go to the solution, let's see this fifth sign of this video and your product page lack of social proof. Like there is no ratings, there are no reviews, and like there is no, for example, also picture of client that are using your product. So shopper here wants evidence of your product that they work also for other people. Like social proof is one of the biggest motivator. So like this push your visitors to buy. But now stick with me. because we're going to see the solution, and also at the very end I will give you one solution that would help you a lot to skyrocket your sales. So let's start with the first very solution, which is optimize your images and video and speed up your load times. So here, if you have your images in low resolution, videos that are not looking good, like, remake them. Like, customers need high quality resolution images and videos. Plus, they want to see your product in use. So, for example, if you're selling like timer, make like a picture with the timer in my hands to see maybe the dimension, like how it works in a video, show the different perspective, everything that can help them in make the decision. And of course, do not make these images very heavy, because then your product page will load very slow. So be careful also here to the speed. Second solution is simplify your description. You're having a low engagement or people spend very few time on your product page. It's because you have block of text. So instead of helping them read faster, you're helping them leave your website. So optimize your text, your specification with bullet points, bold text, italic text, but do not use block of text that user will just skip to read. So let's pass to the other solution, which is solve your customer doubts, add FAQs, details, everything that can solve your customers' doubts. Like, for example, if you're receiving always the same question for all the visitors, well, why do not implement a FAQ, or why do not solve that question in your product description? Solve these signs, reduce the friction, because your customers, your visitors do not have to go to your customer service, to the chat, to ask this question. So solve them in advance. Another solution here is include these reviews and ratings. Ratings are the number of stars that your product have. These are very good under your titles, because when customer enter in your product page or in your landing page, they already see the social proof, how much other customers like your product. Then they can also read their reviews, so maybe you're going to put this more at the bottom of the pages or even in your image gallery. And customers can read their reviews or what other people say. But what mostly works today is UGC, user-generated content. Contact your previous customers and make them maybe realize some videos about your product. So instead of just a written review, they can help you in realizing content for your product and your product page, so where they can use it. And this is much more helpful, because your visitors will project themselves they are using a product, how they would use, and they are maybe seeing also in real life, and they are more trustworthy compared to your images and videos. Now stick with me again, because here I'm going to show you a solution that no one is talking about, and only few e-commerce understand the importance of this now, before it becomes viral and you cannot even use it anymore as an advantage. I'm talking about to make your product more interactive, which means implement 3D experiences like augmented reality and 3D configurators. What is the difference here is that with augmented reality, your visitor can project your products. So if you sell accessories, eyeglasses, they can project on themselves. Or if you sell more things that has to project like rugs, furniture, and so on, they can project in front of them with their smartphone without downloading any application. Or use 3D configurators if your product can be personalized, so they can see with these two solutions your product from every angle, and they will create a feeling of ownership. Plus, of course, this will create more engagement, and more engagement will drive you more customer experience because you're offering them something that they never see before. They are likely to interact with your product, which means they are interacting with your brand. What this does mean? This means that your sales will increase like never. So keep this in mind, and you can use this 3D to maybe replace your images and your videos, which will be much useful to answer also your customers' question, your visitors' questions about your product. So optimizing your product page might seem overwhelming, but also like little implementation can drive you much more sales. So keep in mind this, and you will create more attention, and your customers' lifetime value will increase. I'm telling you this because, you know, if it's a first time customers, this is very important because first impression matters. You don't know how many times I entered in a website and I also ever never came back to that website. I even don't remember the name, but this happens to me, like other people, like maybe also you, all the time. So keep in mind that and leave in your customer memory a good experience, so they will be back to you. Now, if this video was helpful, you might want to watch also this video on the screen or click the link below to check this video. Thanks for watching, and see you at the next video.